Welcome live to another live edition of An Earful, and I'm your host, Lemuel Apple. What a great day, what an awesome day, what an exciting day to be alive. I'm so grateful for you letting us in your home, letting us in your life, letting us where you are. And that's the purpose of this show, is to give you an earful of what's going on around you. Listen, I have a great show for you today. We're ending our series on people who have been wrongfully incarcerated. We've been talking all month about people who has been going through trauma, trying to get their family members free. And we want to be a voice for the voiceless. We want people to know what's going on. It's over 250,000 innocent people right here in America. We're talking white, black, Hispanic, people who have been through the judicial system and has been charged wrongfully. And today we're going to end our series, but not the fight, not the struggle. We want you to continue to fight and struggle for those who cannot fight by themselves and for themselves. So tune in to this great show as we have some tremendous guests here today that's going to shed some light on what's going on right here on An Earful. And listen, we want to take your calls. We want you to call in and give us your good news. We want to know the good that's happening in the hood. We know that God has done something for you this week. So come on and let us know the good that's going on for you and around you. Okay, so the number's coming up on your screen. We want you to give us a call, and then as our guests come on, we want you to give us a call and interact with us and talk with our guests so that they can hear from you, your opinion, your questions, and your concerns. So listen, that number just popped up on your screen. It's a 313-868-0342 or 313-868-0351. The number right there on your screen. You don't have to memorize it. Just go ahead and give it a call. Listen, if you have any good news, we want you to call in and let the world know that it's some good in the hood. Well, right after this commercial break, we're going to get right into it. We're going to bring our guests on in so that you can hear from them and that you can take part in this struggle trying to get people who have been wrongfully incarcerated set free. Tune in, stick and stay right here on An Earful, and I'm your host, Lemuel Appling.
Now you can watch WHPR TV 33 on Fire Stick. Catch all of your favorites. Stay informed. Don't miss a minute of your favorite talk shows. Call, text, tweet, post. WHPR TV 33 is worldwide on Fire Stick. For more information, go to FirestickTVNetwork.com or call us at 313-868-6612. WHPR TV 33, a Watkins Broadcasting Company.
Welcome back to An Earful, and as promised, we have a wonderful, wonderful show for you today. And we thank you for sticking and staying with us. We're preparing things, getting things done behind the scenes so that we can bring you the information that you need so that you can get involved. That's the key word for 2019, involved. We need you to be involved in what's going on around you. Don't just sit there. No, get up, get out, and get involved. Well, we're talking about people that has been wrongfully incarcerated. We found out that it's over 250,000 American citizens who are right now in the prison system for things that they have not done. Yeah, it's true. The judge, the jury, the prosecutor, and even some attorneys have failed our citizens, and they're right now fighting for their freedom. So we want to be a voice for the voiceless. So today I brought on our guest who's been with us all month long, Sister Denise Avery, and then also our attorney who has visited us before, Attorney Bevel. I was trying to get it right. We thank you so much for sharing with us. And all month long, we've been just trying to make you aware of what's going on. How you ladies doing today?
Good morning. Doing well.
Great, great. We
morning.
have a call already. Let's take this call.
Hello.
Welcome to an earful. Caller, you on the air?
At the Michigan Department of Corrections.
Great. This is
Pioneer
the call we was
Maximum
waiting for.
Facility.
This is
If you feel you
one
have
of the
been
people who
victimized,
have been wrongfully incarcerated. He's
contact
calling us
CPR
now, and we want to take this call so that you can hear from him live right here.
2832. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call is from a correction facility
Okay,
and
we're
is
going
subject
live.
to
We're live
monitoring
right
and
here,
reporting.
and we have
Thank you for
Nasakari
using GTL.
Anamano who's answering the phone right now. Hello, Nasakari Anamano. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Good morning.
Awesome, awesome, great. We have a wonderful platform like we've been having all month for you. The world is listening to you. Tell the world good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How you all doing this morning?
We awesome, we awesome. How are you doing, good brother?
I'm doing blessed. I'm hanging in there.
That's awesome. I've had a chance to review the last couple of shows that you had, that you've come on and been our guest, and I'm telling you, your message is getting across. People are hearing you, and we have now a vehicle that we can use to drive you on home. I'm telling you, we're going to push this thing till the walls fall down, and you come home free with us. Are you excited about that?
I am. And thank you.
That-
Thank you. God
that's-
bless you too, brother.
That's awesome. Well, what's on your heart, my brother?
Well, I just wanted to pose a question to your audience. And that question is, how does someone crying for justice receive justice in an unjust system? You know, I was told that wickedness takes over when a good man or good woman does nothing.
That's right.
So you sit on your hands, you condone the very wrong that's happening in this world. So I believe that we, as people, should begin to pay it forward. Because like you said in one of the meetings, if you do nothing and you just sit there, you saying that I could be one of your brothers, I could be one of your uncles, your nephews, or somebody in your life that that suffers, and you would expect someone to help them. So by sitting, you actually condone it. So I believe that we should begin to pay it forward.
Right. That's right. That's awesome.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I was praying for the death of an elderly white woman. I'm a political prisoner today. You know, I'm not the first, and I won't be the last African American that was praying for
That's right.
a white woman's death. You know, Detroit police fabricated evidence on me. And most people would ask the question, why would they frame you? And that's kind of weird because this same question, why would they lynch people? Why would someone kill Emmett Till? Why would James, Mr. Brown shot and Trayvon Martin shot? That's just the fact in America. So they had to close the case, and they chose me to be the sacrificial lamb for it. So I just ask the public, your audience, come off your hands and help this fight, because we have to change the system some way, and it begins with us.
That's awesome. And like you said, you're being framed. And we want the people to understand that, yes, it is people that have been through the process, been through the system, that are guilty. But at the same time, on the flip side of that coin, it is people who are not guilty. And, you know, just because you have a guilty verdict doesn't make you guilty. And we want the people to understand that.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah?
And
Come
the
on, sir.
evidence shows it. In the last 5 years, we have had so many convictions overturned for wrongful convictions. And I asked the audience, you don't have to take my word for it. And I noticed my mom up there, and a lot of people believe that, you know, my mom will say anything. Well, I asked you, look at the hope. Why would he put his credibility on the line for me? You know, he watched the case. He believed that this is his career. He would put me up there on a hunch to just say, well, I think he's guilty, and then it comes out that he's guilty. That kills his whole credibility. So if you don't want to believe me or my mom, you could believe the hope. He saw the case. He understands. You know, and I'm asking you all, look at the evidence for yourself. See it for yourself. Take time to read the papers. Go to the YouTube page that my family set up, and do something, because when nothing says you are condoning it, and I know that people listening may have connection to political guys, lawyers, or editors, news papers, media coverage. Somebody, someone. All you have to do is just reach out. Even if you just write, say, let's be praying for you, believe you for the fight, what you need to do. That's something better than nothing.
That's right, brother. We're urging you. We're urging you. Do your own due diligence.
Yes.
Do your own research. Check it out. We got right online. Where they at, Mom, on YouTube? Where
Yeah,
they can find the
YouTube,
production?
No Sakari Anumanu. You just type in his name, and it's spelled Nosakhare is the first name, and the last name is Anumanu, Onumonu.
There it is. Go right there yourself. Check it out. I'm telling you, you have to get involved in this case. This is one of our own. Like we said before, Martin Luther King said, we're quoting Martin Luther King, he said, injustice anywhere breeds injustice everywhere. So don't wait till it's happening to you to get involved. Come on, no, sir, we know we're limited on time, so come on, pour out your heart to us.
Man, I just need help, man. I know God's good. God has a reason for everything. I truly believe that. So I can sit and I stand with my head up, knowing that at the end of this journey, God's going to bless me and open the door. I pray that He touches your audience, someone's audience that hears my voice, hears the cry, He can answer. Because at the end of the day, what we need is not prison reform.
Yes.
We need judicial reform.
Wow.
And in that judicial reform, we need to teach people and educate them as far as how the law is ran. So we need to change the whole system. And changing that system, we need to first admit to ourselves and to the judicial system that being innocent to proving guilty is not the way to go.
That's
because
right.
if we were, and we believe that, then a lot of people would be sitting in the county jail.
Wow.
So let's just call it what it is. Are you guilty till you prove it innocent?
That's what it
and
is.
If you do that, then you change the system, and it just may work. And the second change that needs to take place is that prosecutors should not be able to delegate cases because they hold
Exactly.
lawyers' livelihood in their hands.
Yes.
So if a lawyer is actually beating cases, the prosecutor holds those cases from them. So they don't have an incentive to actually beat cases. So they have to decide, do I today or do I allow you guys to go free? So we have to change this.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You
Yes.
said we don't need prison reform. I love that. He said we need judicial
Judicial.
reform.
Yes.
And that's awesome.
And that's absolutely correct.
yeah. How do you feel about that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think
Because
that,
it actually rub off. If you can't take a cancer route from the end of it, you have to go to the core. And if we don't uproot a thing, it just continues to grow. We have to get at the actual cancer, the beginning of it, the root.
The root of the
Yes.
problem.
Take that whole thing out.
Right. And then you also said, which was worth repeating, you said we got to call it what it is. It's not innocent to proven guilty, it's guilty to proven innocent. And I think if we go into it with that perspective, then we can see the fight for what it is. Because people are not fighting to prove that they're not guilty, they're fighting to prove that they are innocent.
Right.
And that's
correct.
that's what needs to be changed. I like that. I like how you said that. Well, come on, brother, come on, talk to us.
Yeah. So, again, did your audience have any questions for me? Or did they send any questions that they would actually want to personally ask?
No, we're not at this time, so I just wanted you to keep flowing. We know we only got so much time with you, so I wanted you to be able to, I don't want you to go back and say, well, dang, I wanted to say this, or I wish I would have said that. I want to get off your chest everything that's on your chest, and so that the world can hear you.
Okay, that sounds good. So, again, we just need to change the system. It all starts from the core, and we have to understand that the Michigan Department of Corrections is a money bank for people. I read Alexandra, what is that called? Her mass incarceration, and it is the new slave trade. I myself am here for pennies a day. So try to fight high return for families that don't have it is just ridiculous.
Yes.
Because how do you begin to fight a system when it's based on generate money?
Yes.
So, I mean, we're up against a real big fight, man, and I think God's able to see this now going through this. And so, again, like I said last week, I would encourage people to get a Michigan court rules and begin to read that Michigan court rules and educate yourself on this system, because if you ever take a place to stand there, you will want someone to help you.
That's right.
And it all starts from the beginning. The very moment you get arrested and you stand before a magistrate judge, you need to ask for a lawyer. You need to ask them, give me a lawyer, I object to this hearing. You know, start right there, because you are actually saying, oh, you can try and send me through your process. So we have to understand to begin how the judicial system works. And again, I thank God for a mother like I have, because she's been footwork through this whole thing. You know, but I don't think I would be here and made it this far. You know, so. Yeah,
So you got to have outside help, is what you're saying. As
Yes,
much faith
absolutely.
as you have, as much knowledge that you may obtain about the law,
And as innocent as you may be.
and as innocent as you may be.
That's the reality. As innocent as you may be, you need, and NOSA knows. Like,
Right.
NOSA, it works. You got to work the system and you got to hold the system accountable. I think
Yes.
that's something also we were talking about, right?
Yes.
If you get a lawyer and they're not doing what they need to do, you need to let them go and get somebody else. Let them go, get somebody else. It might take longer, but I mean, this is as we can see. I mean, this is a process. It's not going to happen overnight. Just like changing the system isn't going to happen overnight, but nonetheless, it's all about holding the system accountable. And to be able to do that, we have to utilize not only the things that the system gives us, but whatever we can garner ourselves.
That's right.
To fight, to fight towards actual justice and proving innocence in a system that isn't set up for that always.
Because
Yeah.
you're fighting for your life. You're fighting for your freedom. And guess what? All gloves are off. Come on, we get in it. It gets dirty. It takes a long time, but we're in it for the long haul. We're in it to win it, and that's how you have to be. And that's what we're doing today. We just want to encourage somebody that's out there watching that may be going through this. You may have a brother or a sister or a family member or a friend who is right now, you know, in your heart of hearts that they are innocent, and you are looking for a way to help get them home and get them free. And we want to encourage you. The first thing you have to do, if you have to set in your mind that your feet are planted and
Yes.
you will not be moved. Isn't that right, Mama?
True.
That's right. And you have to know that there is no weapon that is formed against you that shall prosper.
That's right.
And for those young men who are dealing with wrongly convicted lifetime sentences, don't give up.
Don't give up.
Know that God is always ever present.
Yes.
And we're going to bind that spirit today, Lenny,
Yes, yeah.
that they have no power over
No
our
power.
men,
Yeah.
and that God will deliver them.
Right.
Isn't that what Christ came for? To set
Set
the
us free.
captives free.
That's
So
right.
today I'm decreeing for all of you, as I
Yep.
stand in the gap for mothers today, we're standing in agreement that this too shall pass and that justice will come, because it is the time where Christ is coming back. And so hold on, continue to fight, continue to reform yourselves while you are there, because when you come out, you have some work to do.
You got some work to
They
do.
have to unite. I think a lot of young men who have come through, like your guest that is coming on now, when you've come out, don't forget this fight.
That's right.
Join in with each other.
Right.
Form organizations,
Right.
because you've been there.
You've been there.
You've had that experience.
That's right.
And God didn't take you through the still waters for nothing.
That's right.
Because when you're there, you have to deal with yourself.
Yeah.
Come out reformed, come out renewed, and make a change.
And make a change, because that's what it's about. You know, so you got something on your mind?
Yeah. First, hello, Aaron. How you doing? I thought you were there.
I'm good. I'm here, Nosa. How you doing?
Yep. Good. And another thing, my mother talks about God, and I speak about God a lot too. I pray for Aaron, and Aaron popped in my life, and
Yes.
she has been
You
Yes.
have 1 minute
interested in this fight. But
remaining.
before I go, let me say this to your audience. If you ever go through the judicial system, please do not be as scared or afraid to stand up and talk at judge. You have a right to speak on your behalf. Just like I said, if lawyers do what you're supposed to do, you need to speak up for yourself.
That's
So
right.
Thank you again. for having me on the show. Aaron, Mom, I love you both, and I'll see you all soon.
Love you too, Nosa.
We love you too, brother, and we see you in a minute.
See you all later.
I know, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there it is, and we want everyone to know that being there for people who cannot be there for themselves
Yes.
is our duty. Watch this, as a community.
Yes.
You know, we could take God out the factor. You could take spirituality out the factor. That's what a community is about. Not only seeing that the guilty are judged, right, but also making sure that we're checking our judicial system and they're not
Yes.
sending the wrong people. Because guess what? If the wrong person is receiving the charge for something that has been done, then that means the right person is still free and able and capable of doing what they did again. So guess what? The system has failed us twice, not only by incarcerating the person that has not done it, but also allowing the person that did do it stay free.
Yes.
So listen, we got to be involved. We got to be involved and be a voice for the voiceless. That's why I took out the time this month, and I am so passionate about it, because guess what? They need us. And if we don't take a stand for them, who will? Isn't that right?
No, absolutely. And just like Denise touched on, I think something that we have to think about when we think about this fight. The fight is not only in court, right? We also have to be organizers. You know, I've done a lot of work with lawyers as organizers, right? As bringing people together. Lawyers are used to, you know, you're collecting information, you're doing these things, you're going to court, but there's also a piece about lawyers coming together to do things
Yes.
together as a collective,
Yes.
and lawyers getting together their clients that are what we call similarly situated, right? People that have been wrongfully convicted, people that
Yes.
are seeking to be released because of, you know, wrongful convictions. Getting those people together, the system wants you to think that it's just you. It's
Right.
you against them, and that's it. And but we can't. Ultimately, this is a much bigger fight, and we're not. I don't want to say we're not going to win that way, but I think it's going to be better for us if we come together and we try to move through together.
Right.
And so, and not only, you know, the wrongfully convicted, once they
Yes.
come out, you know, I've talked to NOSA about collecting the people that are in there together,
Yes.
you know, to just, you know, share their stories, you know, because I think even sharing your story is very powerful. Even if you don't think anyone will believe you, putting it into the universe that, hey, this is something that I want you to know about me and my fight and what I'm dealing with on a regular basis. But also for lawyers, as I asked for last time when I was on here, looking for other lawyers and getting
Yes.
lawyer collectives together to say, we recognize that the system does not always work the way that we were taught that it should, and we have to figure out different ways to
Yes.
utilize our skills and utilize our knowledge and utilize our wisdom to get out these people that we know are innocent and who the system is failing. The system fails way too many people, and it's a business, right? Like what Nosa talked about. Ultimately, it is a business. It's like a corporation, and so there are
Yes.
things that we have to do to try to work around. Money is very powerful,
Yes,
but
it
it's
is.
not more powerful than everything,
That's
right?
right.
I don't
Right.
think it's more powerful than people coming
That's right.
together. And so just also encouraging any other lawyers or just, you know, justice warriors that are listening to also think of yourself as an organizer.
We got a caller. Welcome to an EARFUL. Caller, you're live on the air. What is your name?
Yeah, this is Sylvia, and I'm thankful that you guys are keeping this conversation going about our injustice system that we seem to be being victims of. But until people realize that incarceration is a big business, the
Yes.
fact that there's Wall Street, Walmart, and many other businesses and industries are making money, and so there are deliberate attempts of injustice being done to people where they're collecting bodies for profit. And so people need to walk lightly, be very careful what they do, what they're around, who they're around, because people are being being literally lured into something to profit for other businesses and
That's
other
interesting.
people.
Yes, it is.
And so it's like what I call it, you know, it's like a prison planet. You don't have to be guilty for them to interject and take your body. And so people need to know that, and that's the kind of beast I think we're fighting. We're
Yes.
fighting the beast of greed,
Absolutely.
and they are organized criminals.
That's right.
Thank you
Absolutely.
for taking my call. I will continue to listen.
We thank you so much, Cynthia, for your call, Cynthia. We thank you for listening. We thank you for watching. And you're absolutely correct. It's like a vortex they're sucking our men and women into, and once they're in it, they're trapped because the stigma is hard to get off. That stench of that guilty verdict is hard for people to look over or look past. Once that verdict comes down, no matter if people felt along the way in the trial that that individual was innocent, once the 12 come back saying they're not, then that just erases the thought of innocence in individuals' minds, and we walk away from that case like, well, I guess what we thought was wrong or our assumptions wasn't true. But that's far from the truth. The truth of the matter is that person is innocent, but the attorney might not have properly represented them or fought for them or spoke in such a compelling way that it convinced the jury. 'Cause that's majority of the problem. The attorney doesn't be passionate about the fight as they should. Am I saying that right, attorney?
Well, I mean, I think what we call it is it's ineffective assistance of counsel, and it can happen in a number of different ways. I mean, there are a lot of things that happen in Nosa's case that we've discussed. We discussed it in the YouTube video as well. But you think about what Nosa was talking about prosecutors not being able to dole out the cases, right? So, public defenders, for example, many people they can't afford a lawyer, so one's provided for you by the Constitution, right? But that person is completely overworked because, I mean, again, because of this system that we have, they have mounds and mounds of cases, so there's no possible way that they can dedicate the amount of time that they need to every single case, right? And so they're in a position, whether they're passionate or not, whatever they're doing is more likely than not going to be enough to match up against the prosecution, which also has more resources, has a better investigator, has way more in their arsenal to beat you. I mean, that's how it works. And so, you have people that maybe either willfully, like on purpose, are not doing what they're supposed to do as lawyers, or they're simply unable to, and that's the way the system is set up. So again, it puts lawyers in a position where you're fighting this losing battle. You're constantly losing, right? And so we want everyone to continue. We have to keep fighting those fights every day in our courtrooms around the country, and I want to give thanks to all the people that do that day in and day out, because that's very difficult. I mean, it's very hard to go in there every day. You're fighting a losing battle, but you're doing the best that you can. Nonetheless, that's why it's so important for lawyers to come together as well, to try and work as collectives and say, how do we do something different? Because we can just keep doing the same thing, but we see what that's giving us. We see that we're maybe that's not getting us the progress that we want. And so how do we get the progress?
You know what came in my mind as you was talking? It's almost like the casino. It's like the house wins.
Right.
You're going in there hoping to win. How many people flood the casinos daily, right? Hoping to win. Nobody goes to the casino wanting to lose, right? Everybody goes with the mindset, hey, I'm about to win. But when they get in there, it's a whole nother story. And guess what? That's the sad truth about the court system every single day. People are going in there hoping to win, hoping to fight for their life and win, and get in there and unforeseen circumstances, and they come out a whole different way, and a lot of times a whole lot worse than they ever even imagined. So we got to be a voice for the voiceless. Listen, we're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to come back on the other side of the commercial break and end this conversation with these lovely ladies as we're talking about those who are wrongfully incarcerated right here on An Earful. And we waiting on your call. Call on in. We'll see you on the other side of this break. And I'm your host, Lemuel Appling.
Alexa, open TV 33 Live. Alexa, open FM Detroit. Alexa, open FM Virgin Islands. Now you can listen to WHPR, TV 33, and WVIE on Amazon Echo. Don't miss a minute of your favorite shows. And find out how you can have your own show heard worldwide on Amazon Echo. For more information, go to FirestickTVNetwork.com or call us at 313-868-6612. The Watkins Broadcasting Company.
Okay, welcome back to An Earful, and I'm your host, Lemuel Appling. Can we put those pictures of Nosa right up, right quick? So we wanted to give you a face of this young man who is fighting for his life. You may have seen that earlier in the show, but we want to show you that right now, if that's possible. This is him right here, Nosa Anamanu, and we want you to go, Nasakari Anamanu, we want you to go on YouTube, and it's a whole production on there showing you the case and walking you through the misevidence, the misinformation, so that you can do your due diligence and seek out the freedom of this brother. He's your brother. He's your son. He's your father. He's the missing citizen that should be here advocating for others. And we need your help and your support to bring this brother home. Okay? And I thank you for that. I thank you for your support. Please go on YouTube, Nasakari Anamanu. Type that up so you can get the information for yourself and help this young brother come home, because it's 250,000 other people just like him that is locked up for things they haven't done. And his mother's here with us, and his attorney is here with us, and we just want to give them some closing remarks so that they can share with you. Ma?
First of all, thank you, Lenny, for this opportunity. I mean, this is just one of the things that we talk about, how God always is there.
That's right.
For you to take this month and bring out this awareness, not only for my son, but for those mothers who are actually listening and got some information. That now they know that they have a right,
That's
that
right.
they don't need permission to perform, to ask about the life of their son.
That's right.
Every mother has a right to get paperwork, to talk to the judges, to talk to the prosecutors. So I thank you again for giving us the opportunity to expose Nosakari's case. Again, if you go on YouTube, you can type in Nosakari, which is Nosakare, ONUMONU. You can shoot me an email at freenosakari@gmail.com, and I just employ us as a people. We must begin to come together and unite. The attorneys that are watching, you must come together and unite. I think NOSA planted a seed when we say, let's look at this thing from a traditional point of view. Let's look at this from that point of view and make change. So thank you again, Lenny, for just being that instrument that God works through, and I just love you.
Praise the Lord. That's awesome. Any attorney?
Yeah, I'm just always glad to have an opportunity to talk to, with you all and to the wider audience about, how important it is, again, not only just in this case, but as a whole, what we need to do or try to do together for us to work to help the system make it work for us. I mean, right now it doesn't necessarily work the way that we think it should, and there are things that we can do together to make that move forward. But it really is, it's about unifying, it's about coming together, it's about working together, it's about thinking about things in a different way, and just having these conversations and continuing to keep these cases at the forefront, remembering that there are people like Nosa that are locked up every day. I think, out of sight, out of mind. That's a whole part of what the prison system wants you to do, out of sight, out of mind. And so we have to keep these things at the forefront. Thank you for your part in keeping it at the forefront. And so we can all work together to keep Nosa's case at the forefront, and also to make sure that be a voice for the voiceless.
That's
right?
right.
So to make sure that the names and the thoughts and the cases of all of those who need this are put forth and are put into the universe.
And that's what it's about. We are a community. We have to look out for each other. For if we're not looking out for each other, who's looking out for us? Listen, we need you to be involved. Be a voice for the voiceless. Jesus said, when I was hungry, you didn't feed me. I was thirsty, you didn't give me to drink. I was sick, you didn't visit me. I was in prison, you didn't see after me. And they said, when did we see you in these conditions? And he said, what you have done to the least of these, you have done also to me. So being there for people in prison now, people that are guilty, we need to be there for them. And people who are innocent, we've got to be there for them. Our Christian duty, I hate to use that word, but I used it to relate to you, is to be involved in our brothers and sisters' lives.
And Lenny, let me leave a contact number. I left an email, but if you have any questions or need some direction as a mom, or if those of you heart is being touched to get involved, you can dial me at 313-243-4702. Again, that's 313-243-4702.
And most importantly, what you can do is pray. you can pray for this mom, you can pray for this attorney, and you can pray for those prisoners who are behind bars. Your prayers can penetrate any distance, any walls, any circumstance, any situation. We need your prayers as well as your support. Well, we thank you so much for sharing with us this month your son's life, and we thank you, and we trust and believe that God is moving on his behalf, and not only his behalf, but all of the other prisoners that needs our help and our support. Well, we're about to go to a quick commercial break, and on the other side of this commercial break, we have a man who is innocent and was innocent in his case, and he here today free because people was fighting for him, and he didn't give up on himself, and we have a tangible evidence that people are incarcerated that are actually free. You want to stick and stay on the other side of this break right here on An Earful, and I'm your host, Lemuel Appling.
Watkins Broadcasting is going worldwide. Now you can watch Detroit's own WHPR on your TV from anywhere in the world. No matter where you are, you can stay in the know with WHPR TV and Roku. You can get your easy-to-install Roku box from wherever you shop for your entertainment gear. Once your Roku box is connected to your TV and internet, go to the channel store on the home menu of the Roku box. Enter WHPR TV in the search engine and add it to your channels. That's it. That's all you need to get the best in entertainment, news, and talk, no matter where you are. Roku brings all of your favorites to your TV. Netflix, Hulu Plus, Crackle, HBO Go, and now WHPR TV, Detroit Live.
Welcome back to An Earful, and I'm your host, Lemuel Appling. As promised, we have an awesome show for you today. We've been talking all month about those who are wrongfully incarcerated. We talked about it's over 250,000 U.S. citizens who are currently in prison for things they haven't done. Yes, we understand it's people in prison for things they have done, and they're rightfully there doing their time. But we found out that there are people who need our help, who need our support because they cannot help or support themselves. And that was the purpose of this show, to bring some light into what's going on, an earful of what's happening around you. Well, to put a face to what we're talking about, we have our next guest who was wrongfully incarcerated and served 8+ years for something he didn't do. Yes, the jury came back with a verdict. Yes, the judge handed down a sentence, but it was overturned when the truth set him free. Help me welcome our next guest, Mr. Elroy Lucky Jones. How you doing, brother?
What's going on?
All right. Well, Mr. Jones, Lucky as you're known, tell us your story.
I was incarcerated. I got locked up in 2006 for first-degree murder, felony murder, attempt murder, felony firearm, felon in possession, home invasion. A situation where I had no idea what happened. Didn't even happen on my side of town. I'm from the west side, Linwood. This happened on the east side.
Wow.
7 and Gratiot.
Wow.
I mean, I'm a Detroit citizen, but it's just so happened to be a place I've never even been.
Wow.
And it took, 8 years, basically 8 years for me to return home. They knew that I was innocent maybe 4 years prior, though.
Wow.
But they quick to lock you up, but
slow to release you.
Yeah. And didn't when I came home on a bond, a teller. They still had me charged with the murder, knowing that I didn't do it.
Wow.
But it's not that they don't care that you're innocent. You know what I'm saying? I heard earlier I say it's like a game.
Right.
It's a game to them. It's not a game to us.
Wow.
But it is a game to them because, like you were saying, the prosecution. I'm gonna give you an example. When the closing arguments.
Yes, sir.
You get your lawyer. No, the prosecution speaks.
Yes, sir.
Then your lawyer speaks. Then the prosecution gets to speak again to try and get in the jury head. They get 2 times. Your lawyer get 1.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's really who put on a better performance.
That's right.
So, you know.
So but they came back with the jury or the judge?
The jury. In 2006, I was convicted. A situation happened where the court reporter, I had to do an appeal, you know about an appeal. I had to do an appeal. The court reporter took my paperwork to CVS or something like that. They broke in her car, stole my transcripts. Without the proper transcripts, you can't do an appeal. So they had to automatically give me an appeal.
Right.
Got found guilty again.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That was 2008. And then, you know, in 2014, my case was overturned. I was exonerated.
Okay, wait, whoa.
I understand.
Did y'all hear that? Now we're talking about fighting for the innocent. This young brother was found guilty, then went for the appeal and was found guilty again. But yet, both times he was innocent. Now, what do you do with that? You're sitting in a cell and you're fighting for your life, and first the jury hands you down a verdict, and then you try to appeal the process of the system to appeal to get set free, and then that fails you? I mean, what's going through your mind when that happened, when the appeal failed, like, and you know you innocent?
I know I'm innocent. It was a nightmare. And then I just kept, you know, I have faith, man. I never accepted the fact that I was, they said I was going to be gone forever. No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It was really me just standing strong on believing, you know, in the God and myself. And I'm coming home. When I talk to my people, I'm coming home. When I come home, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't believe me. Right. And then
speak to that. How did that feel when you was reaching out to people and you felt like once that guilty verdict came, especially when it came back off the appeal, how many people and supporters dropped off? How did that have you feel?
Man, it felt terrible, man. I mean, you know, you losing everything. I had one son. I got 4 kids now. I had one son at the time. You losing everything. Then it's like, okay, the system sentenced you, but then your people hand down another sentence on you. It's like they feel like this is what it's supposed to be. Oh, you in prison, I ain't gonna write you. Oh, you in prison, I ain't gonna come see you.
Wow.
Like the punishment is just.
Right.
Just because they said
right.
it was. You know,
and see, that's why we dedicated so much time to this, because, you know, in our minds as citizens, you know, we will fight, we will support a person all the way up to the verdict, you know, and if that verdict come back guilty, then we all throw our hands up like we did the best we could, and it is what it is. You heard what they said, and we walk away. But we're seeing a visual, tangible person who went through that, but yet was innocent. And guess what? It's over 250,000 people just like Elroy Lucky Jones. It's people that we have to fight for. We have to stand up for, because guess what? He was in it by himself. He was sitting in that cell, family and friends giving up on him. He's all by himself. And guess what? If he didn't have faith in himself, where would this brother be right now? That's deep, Doc. That's deep when you think about it. Listen, call in. We need you to call in at 313-868-0342, 313-868-0351. If you have any questions for Lucky, he wants to hear from you. And encourage somebody right now, brother, that may be going through what you went through. What would you tell them right now?
Just believe, have faith. It's never over. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep fighting. Don't give up. When you give up, you know, and then what's that? Faith without works is dead.
Yes.
You got to work, though.
Got to work.
You can't just believe.
Right.
You know, you got to work. You got to get in the law library. You got to reach out to people. You got them the things that you got to do. You got to be persistent and coming home and your freedom. It's your life. Nobody cares about your life but you, for real.
Man, say that. Say that. Say that.
Your mother gonna tell you life goes on.
Right.
That's the best thing that she can tell you, though, because life goes on.
Yes, it does.
But you gotta fight for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
awesome. Yeah. Now, what would you say to the family? Because, you know, we got the one element, the person that's going through, which you just spoke to. Now, speak to the family. That, you know, what would you tell them that you wish somebody told your family while you was going through? Speak to them people.
Okay, that's deep. Never give up on your people. I mean, mentally, it's draining. So they need a shoulder to cry on, like, or to vent to, whatever, like, and then let alone what's going on behind the walls, behind the prison. Like, if you could just talk to them, write them a letter, birthday, Thanksgiving, any holiday, you know what I'm saying? Just any kind of support. That goes a long way. It goes a long way. Support. That's what I would say. Support them any way that you can.
That's awesome. Listen, we've been hearing that all month long. You can't give up, and you got to support. Those are the two main things that is needed in this type of a fight. You can't give up. It's not an easy fix. It's not an overnight turnaround, right? This brother did 8 years. 4 of those years fighting for the appeal, then 4 more years after they found that he was innocent, just to get set free.
Yeah.
So you spent 8 years of your life just gone, wasted.
Just gone.
Wow.
And then when they came and let me know, they didn't even let me know. When they came and let me know, it was like 2012 that they had information that I wasn't the guy. It still took 2 more years. Like I'm telling you, it still took 2 more years. But I didn't even know that 2 years prior to when they let me know that they knew.
So you wait.
Yeah.
Are y'all listening to this? see, we're not just wasting time. We're telling you what's going on. This is somebody's reality. Somebody is going through this right now. Somebody's innocent, and the system knows that they're innocent, but yet trying to cover up their own tracks, keeping them, holding them after already knowing. They knew 2 years before telling you, then made you fight another 2 additional years just to get set free.
Yeah, because their
Man,
purpose is to
hold on, we got a call. Let's take this call. Caller, you on the air. Welcome to EARFUL. Thank you so much. What's your name?
Yes, this is Sylvia, not Cynthia. Sylvia calling back.
Hey, Sylvia.
Yeah,
Sorry
I
for
wanna
messing up the
just
name.
say
I do that a
I'm so
lot.
happy for this young man that he was able to fight the fight, because he was definitely in the belly of the beast. Because the prison industry in the United States is big business and a new form of slavery. It attacks the family. It attacks the communities. So they wedge the family against each other, where the family is so exhausted emotionally, financially, and the list goes on of what they do to continue to break down the family and the communities. And we must understand that the business is all about the prison labor in the United States. It have legalized contracting in the prisons, where U.S. corporate society, IBM, Boeing, Motorola, Microsoft, AT&T, Wireless, Dell companies, Honey, Hewlett Packard, all these technology, these businesses and companies, Target stores, and many more, Walmart, all of these people are banking on bodies in that prison to make them wealth. And at the same time, while they're getting wealthier, the rest of us are getting unhealthier because of the stress and the strain that they put on our families and our communities. So we have to understand what kind of beast we're dealing with. This goes all the way back. This is in 2008. The United States, they approximately had 2 million inmates in federal, state, and private prisons. They're locking up more people than there is 500,000 more than China, which has a population 5 times greater than the United States.
Wow.
What does that tell you? We're dealing with organized criminal elites who are the beast and control these illegal systems. But I want to just say kudos to the young man that fought the fight, and I'm thinking that your faith was put to work. I thank you for putting your faith to work, because without the works, like you say, you will still be in there and you will still be hurt. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for calling. Now, what I need you to do, and everybody that's watching, what I need all of you to do is to go on YouTube, TV 33 on demand, and type in an earful. And all of our shows for this month, I need you to share them. I need you to share them. This is how we're going to get the word out. Go to YouTube TV 33 and type in an earful. And the shows that's coming up, that'll come up, I want you to take them, post them on your Facebook, on your Instagram, your Snapchat. I want you to share, share, share so this can get out. People need to hear this, and we are available on YouTube so you can continue the conversation. You can continue to get the word out. I thank you so much, brother, for coming out, Lucky. I thank God that you're free. You are my friend and my brother, and I pray for you through that, and I thank God that you're here, and I thank God for this opportunity for you to share your story with the world, and I pray for much success. And like Mama said, you got to get involved in fighting for the freedom for those who are in the shoes you just got out of, and that's what's important. When God set us free, that we go back to where we were from and get others, and that's what it's about, because you know how it feels firsthand. Well, I thank you so much for sticking and stand with us. I wish we had more time to talk more about this subject, but we want to continue the fight. Remember, be a voice for the voiceless. Step up this year. Get involved this year. Help someone else besides yourself this year. Come on, let's be a community again. Let's care more about our brothers and sisters. Let's love on each other. Let's pass that love, because love is contagious and is needed right now more than ever before. Well, it's been an earful, and I pray, trust, and believe we share something with you to help you along the way. We love you, and we thank you for allowing us to come into your home and to come into your space and to spend some time with us. Next week, the new month, April, we're here. We're moving right through this year, and we thank God for what's going on. Well, remember, we need your calls. Call in next week for the good in the hood. We see you next week, same time, same channel, and this has been An Earful with your host, Lemuel Appling. Have a great day.